Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe, especially if you're interested in trading minimalist like we do here, by keeping it simple and trading with simple indicators that can clearly make us analyze the market. So today I'm looking at Bitcoin US dollar on the 4-hour time frame, and particularly I'm looking for a downtrend opportunity. Let me draw the trend line that I'm looking for to be broken. This is the trend line, and I'm looking for it to be broken to the downside. The indicator that I'm using to confirm my setup is the sentiment index, right here. So we have, let me explain. We have three indicators right here, and by the way, if you want to test them yourself, you find the link in the description down below. So we are using the Breakout Pivotal Bars, which is the one that is coloring the bars, the candles here, and in particular these candles in a downtrend, and these candles are red because in a downtrend we want them to be red. In an uptrend we want the candles to be green, and then it might happen that we have blue candles with our indecision candles, which might signal either a trend reversal or a trend continuation. So we just need to pay a closer attention of the price action around these blue candles. But the point is that we want the price to break down here with a red candle. The other indicator I'm using is the sentiment index, and the sentiment index tells us the sentiment of the market, of the participants of the market. And in this case we have a bearish sentiment because it's red, and it is increasing. So it means that it is progressively pushed towards the zero line, which means that, you see, it's a kind of a triangle right here. Let me draw this for you. So let me extend this zero line. Okay, so what you can see here is that the bearish sentiment at a certain point in the coming future, I don't know when, but at a certain point in the coming future, can do two things. Either it moves up, so it becomes a bullish sentiment, and so the price moves up, and in this case I'm not interested in the opportunity. On the other hand, the price doesn't have any further the sentiment index doesn't have any further room to go down here, so it must break down. And if it breaks down at the same time the price breaks down with a red candle, this consolidation, then we have a setup. Moreover, I'm using a third indicator, but not to build a setup, but just to confirm the setup. So the levels and zones is currently saying that we have two supports, one here and one here. They are pretty close, but the interesting thing is that if the price goes down here and breaks down this consolidation, then it means that these supports both become resistances. So the price is likely going to stay down for quite some time, and it's pushed down. The sentiment turns bearish, it increases to the downside, so it means that we have a very nice downward movement. At least this is what I'm looking for and I'm hoping for. So let's just wait and see how the price moves. So we have a setup. The price just broke down. Actually it's the candle later, but the price broke down. At the same time it broke down, the sentiment broke down this trend line, as I was explaining before, and the two supports levels became both resistances. So we have a very strong indication of a further downtrend movement. So I just placed the order here at the level where the price is currently at, and as regards the The target, well, as you know, I take the last impulse. So this is the impulse and this is the consolidation. It moves sideways, you see? Actually, this is more like the consolidation. All the red candles, the green candles, so the consolidation is pretty much like this. These green candles are just noise. They are just a false movement to the upside, but the real consolidation is this one. So I take the last impulse and then I extend it, project it to the downside in this case, because we are looking for a downward movement. So we end up in this area at this level down here. Okay, and I see that the risk reward is currently 1.99, so almost 2, which is the minimum that I look for. But I set the target here, which is correct, and then I can play around with the stop loss. If I want to be extremely conservative, I should place it above the current consolidation, but we can be pretty strict in this case because, as I explained before, we have 1 and 2 resistance level. So I can say we can be quite aggressive, but not that much, by placing the stop loss here, which is in between, and we could be super aggressive by placing the stop loss a bit higher than the lowest resistance. I'd say we can place it like kind of here, which is where the breakdown candle started. So I think this is a good setup, and risk reward will be almost 2.4. So it's okay. Let's see how the price moves. Okay, so the price went just straight down. It took a bit of candles, but it went just straight down. No retracement, just a little bit of sideways movement here. As you can see, the 2 resistance lines above played a huge role in keeping the price down. So we could have been a bit more aggressive with the stop loss, as I explained before, but I usually like to play quite safely. So it's okay. We ended up the trade with a 2.4x return, which is great. It's an average return, but it's still great because it means that we can lose the next 2.4 trades and still be profitable. And so we are building the trading account with time, and this is the thing that we want to see each and every trade. So we want to build the trading account with time. Sometimes stop losses happen. Sometimes you have to take a loss, and that's it. Okay, we must accept this. But once you have developed a setup, once you have built a confidence on your trading tools, on your indicators, you know them, you tested them, and you refined your setup and your overall trading strategy, you have the confidence that you will be profitable over time. So if something goes wrong, it's okay, but you expect that each trade will generate at least 2x return, like I usually take. So my minimum is 2x. Of course, your minimum could be different. Maybe it's higher. It could be a 2.5x, a 3x, a 1.5, a 1-to-1. So there are traders who play who trade with the 1-to-1 risk reward. It's okay. It all depends. It all depends on your risk attitude. It all depends on your strategy. So for today, we are done. We have closed our trade with a profit, which is what we ultimately wanted. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumb up down below. Also subscribe if you didn't already, and feel free to leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next video.